Okay, guys, and welcome to part 12 of Let's Play MGS3. So, I just took a short break from the last video I just recorded here, and yeah, not much really happened. Just refilled on water and watched a brief YouTube video on, what was it? Yeah, this guy was, the channel is called Full Mag, and this guy managed to create Rambo's explosive arrows. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Definitely love doing research like that. Just watching random stuff like that. Okay, so this area can be a bit of a maze because we sort of have dividing paths here. So you can either go straight or you could go left here. The proper way is you want to go left and watch out for the pitfall right here. There's also two guards, one guard right there and one guard down low. Lights out. Okay. So, oh yeah, I also have a brief note that I wanted to mention about what I was talking about last video for with Lee Van Cleef. So Lee Van Cleef, for those of you guys who don't know, I suppose one of his more popular roles is from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. So another Clint Eastwood spaghetti western movie. And he plays as the antagonist in that movie, the bad guy. So, for any of you guys who are wondering, yeah. I usually like to use the thermal goggles in this part just because I sometimes bump heads with the enemies a bit. And it doesn't help that this is what the old camera was like. So the trick of locking the camera by clicking down was real useful in this segment in the original version of the game. Like, yeah, this guy. He almost spots me quite a bit when I did 100% stealth runs in the old version of the game. So the diverging path is you could keep going that way and you'll eventually hit a cabin. And the cabin has a few enemies there. It's a bit of an outpost. And one of the guns that you can get is the M63 light machine gun, but I never use it. Like, once you get the Patriot, that's all you really need, because the Patriot's also a lot more accurate than the LMG is. And yeah, we're just about there. Okay, off to fight the end. All right, here we go. Moment of truth, guys. This is what we've been pushing towards for this session. So if you did manage to kill him early, you'll be fighting the Ocelot unit instead. So if you're trying to do a 100% stealth, it's a lot easier to fight the end because you don't have to worry about running into an alert phase or anything like that.
Hello?
I beg of you, grant me the strength to take this final prey. Let me linger in this
Praise
world
the sun!
just a little longer. I have already slept enough for one lifetime. Enough for an eternity. You have my thanks. I have to thank you for waking me. If you hadn't shown up, my sleep would have been eternal.
Yeah, that's actually kind of true. Which is why I was scrambling to get to you.
Do you hear me, Snake? I am the end. I am here to send you to your ultimate fate. You'll make a fine quarry for my final hunt.
Okay, Gramps, let's play.
Eva, I found that sniper you were talking about.
That's the end. He's a legend, known as the father of sniping.
I've got experience sniping in urban and marine environments.
What about the forest?
Never.
I see. Well, that forest is divided into 3 areas, a river, a plateau, and a clearing. He should be lying in wait for you in one of those places.
Sounds like this may take a while.
It'll be a test of endurance. Be careful, though. From what I've heard, the End has an almost supernatural knack for camouflaging himself.
So, whoever moves first loses. This guy's over 100 years old, though, so I should have the advantage in terms of stamina.
I wouldn't be so sure if I were you.
Why's that?
I've heard that his body is photosynthetic, like a plant.
What is he, some kind of monster?
On top of that, he can speak to the forest, too.
So in other words, he knows it inside out.
Uh-huh. But he doesn't know you. I'm sure you can beat him.
Don't worry. I intend to.
Oh boy. Okay. And you can even see the damage that was left behind when I shot him in the leg. So that's a nice little detail. And you can find his bird around here, his parrot. And it's pretty funny because if you shoot and kill his parrot, he'll actually get kind of pissed with you. So, okay. And there is also a cheese strat to this if you want to be really cheap and dirty about it. You can see the sniping points, but if you go up, up, down, down, left, right, square, triangle, it will reveal his position. So that code, for any of you guys who are older gamers, is a play on the Konami code, which is up, up, down, down, left, right, BA for old school consoles like the Nintendo. So yeah, that's what you can do here, but essentially when Kojima made this game, he wanted this fight to last a week. He wanted players to sort of take their time and sort of struggle a little bit in terms of finding him. But one of the ways you can sort of find him is by using the thermal goggles, like right there. I can see him smack dab in the distance. You can also see the glint off his sniper rifle. Alright. Okay. So how he sees you is based on your camo index and everything. So I'll switch to his camo pattern. In fact, how you get his camo pattern is you have to hold him up 3 times and get him to shake to get it. You don't get his camo by using the tranquilizer on him. If you do use the tranquilizer weapons to beat him, you get his sniper rifle instead, which is the Mosin Nagant. So I'm not going to do it this time around. I might do it in like a extra video or something like that. And his camo pattern and this location is the only place where you can get a 100% camo index without using stealth camo. Yeah, you can use either go green or you can use... Okay, I thought you could use woodland, but I think that's only if you're in the grass. But all right, old man. I'm gonna snipe you with a pistol.
Good.
Ooh, okay, damn.
We're just getting started.
Somehow you could see me there. All right, I'll give you that. Yeah, you just need the knife. All right, fine, if that's the way you want to play it. Okay. If you didn't pick up the SVD at the docks, this is where you will find it. Alright, fine, old man. Instead of sniping you, I'm going to flank your ass and blast you with the shotgun. And he has pretty good awareness, so it's a little tricky to sneak up on him, but good old spirit camo can solve that problem. Okay, if I remember correctly, you go this way, and then you have to travel further up a little bit more and then take a left to get to that cliff. Like, he sort of hangs around certain vantage points for a little while before he moves on. Yeah, this is the original camera angle for this fight. He can also heal himself with the sunlight if you let him sit around in a certain area for too long. But it also reveals his position. Okay. There he is.
Freeze.
Yeah.
Where did you...
Got you now, old man.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you just gotta aim at his head.
I don't think
And...
Fine. Have this.
Thank you.
Try this on
Wha-
your size.
Okay, he uses flashbang and then he'll run. And this guy frickin' runs like a marathon runner. Like, I don't know what's up with the Metal Gear games, but it seems like the older people get, the faster they run, because holy shit do you run ridiculously fast in Metal Gear Solid 5. And Snake's like in his 50s to late 50s in Metal Gear Solid 5. So yeah, you just gotta aim at him, and normally you'd get the moss camo from him, the way I showed you there, but I already have it. Hey, old man. Mm-hmm. And look at that. I guess we will beat him this video. So where are you now? Where are you now? If you pay attention, you might be able to see his footprints on the ground. But I don't know. I don't want things to end too soon here. Okay. You know what? I already proved my point with the shotgun and lethal weapon, so fine. I'll knock his ass out. The tranq gun. Yeah, it sort of helps if you memorize the sniping areas. So if I'm going to guess, he's probably over there on the left somewhere. There's a sniping point, right? Okay. Okay, I wish I could show the indicator, but pretty much center of the map, right? No, well, okay. It doesn't even matter if I point it out, because you guys can't see it, so... Okay. Yeah, there's 3 sniping posts, like one right there, there, and there. So I assume that he might be there, if not. Okay. Oh, there he is. Right over there. Yeah, sometimes he likes to camp up over there too. It's just facing here and expecting me to run around the corner, but nope.
The show must go on.
Get your ass back here. I mean, look at this guy. Rick. He's outrunning me, and Snake's like in his 30s. And this guy's 100-something years old, so... Damn! And I see you hiding over there. So, this would be a lot trickier with fixed camera angles, because once you lose sight of him, you lose sight of him. And, yes, this is a Mark Horror goat. I remember... So, I guess a little bit about this game when I first got exposure to it was watching my older friend play it. You know what? I'll reference him as Video Game Senpai, just because that's what I jokingly call him and refer to him as whenever I talk to my friends. So I remember watching him do this fight and him fighting that goat. He's like, "What the hell is that?" And yeah, he took out that goat and had that thing until like the end of the game. Is pretty hilarious. So okay, where did that? Oh, what you doing there?
How did you?
Yeah, I just turn away because otherwise the flashbang, well, blinds you, right? And he might run off to the plateau area. Might. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, and he gets winded. Butt shot! And down goes Grandpa. I'm too old for this shit.
Spirits of the forest, I thank you. The boss would be proud of you. The time has come for a younger generation to rise. I've been wandering for more than a century, and now my journey comes to a close. What a splendid way to end it all. I have no I can return to the form of the...
Oh boy. And yeah, so there's so much depth to this boss fight, because another funny way that he can sort of die is this. I remember when this first happened to me, I was so surprised. As I was like, whoa, what the hell is going on? If you save in the middle of the fight and don't touch the game for like the said week and you come back, you will get a cutscene where Snake will sneak up on the end. He'll walk up behind him and then he'll try to do a hold up. He'll be like, freeze. The end doesn't respond, and when Snake touches him, he just flops over dead. And Snake will be like, what the hell? And when you call the Major, it gets pretty funny, because Snake will be like, yeah, the end's dead, and he just like died in the middle of the battle. And the Major's like, what? He kicked the bucket in the middle of the fight? And Snake's like, yeah. And Snake sort of goes into a little bit more of a, I guess, interesting talk with the Major. He's like, I feel like I failed the end, because he's looking forward to this fight, almost like a sport. And Major's like, well, it's like, it's a win here, so I won't be thinking too much about it. But it sort of reflects a lot about Snake's personality and his subconscious enjoyment from fighting. And I honestly think that we all have that side to us, like whether we acknowledge it or not, because there's a reason why gladiatorial games were a form of entertainment. And how even today, like boxing and like MMA, all that jazz is pretty much just a modernized form of like violent sports, except it's not as like unregulated as gladiatorial games were. In fact, there is a excellent YouTube channel that I sometimes like to check out, called Lindy Beige, and he had a very good video on gladiatorial games, because everybody assumes that gladiators fought to the death. That's actually not always the case. Some of the fights were actually like rigged. Like he has a few good theories on like talking about rigged gladiatorial fights and whatnot. So, you know what? Yeah, I'll leave a link in the description, like a link in the description, like usual. So, yeah, check that out if you guys want something interesting to learn about. And oh shit, I forgot the sniper rifle. Yeah, getting a little sidetracked here, but we are also about to climb the world's longest ladder, the infamous Snake Eater ladder. So, yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a trek. No. Okay, oh, there it is. You can even see it with thermal goggles. And whoa, the game lagged for whatever reason there, or at least the frame rate just dropped. Mosin Nagant. You know what? Let's give Sigint a call. This rifle. Yeah, it's a bolt action rifle, so it's slower than the SVD.
You're using a Mosin Nagant?
Yeah, it's what the End was using.
I see. The M1891-30 Mosin Nagant is a real beauty of a bolt-action sniper rifle. It's been in use since World War II. Mosin Nagants are created by selecting the best-made weapons out of the regular M1891-30 rifle production line for their high precision, and upgrading them to sniper rifles. They add an optical sight, make the trigger pull lighter, bend the charging handle underneath, that kind of stuff. The Mosin Nagant has been known far and wide since the war for its superior capabilities. They were so highly valued that a lot of German snipers on the Eastern Front preferred to use captured Mosin Nagants instead of their own rifles. It looks like the N took the one he'd been using since the war and modified it to fire tranquilizer rounds.
Yeah, it's also been fitted with a folding stock and a pistol grip.
Maybe for parachute jumps? Well, I don't know why he did it, but that's the tool of a legendary sniper. It's gotta be a fine piece of work. But remember, the Mosin Nagant is a bolt-action rifle, so you'll have to load a new tranquilizer round into the chamber by hand every time you fire. That means no repeat firing. One shot, one kill. When you equip a sniper rifle, you'll
one
go straight
trank?
into first-person view. Once you're in position, press the aim button to look through the scope. The trigger is the weapon button as usual. You can change the magnification on the scope by pressing the action button. You can fire from a standing position, but your aim will be a heck of a lot steadier if you're lying down. Try it out.
Okay, so like I said, there are only two sniper rifles in the game, the SVD and the Mosin Nagant. So pistols are still better with the binocular trick. The only downside is a little bit finicky with hit detection and slower target acquisition. That's all. Oh shit. You know what? To some extent, you might be able to cheese this. Did I get him? Okay, there we go. I got him now. And fast asleep. Sleeping little rabbit. Uh-huh. Yeah, but the downside is it's still not suppressed, so still loud, and people hear that. So, like I said, the binocular trick with the pistol, better bet. In fact, when we get up to the mountains, I'll try doing that a little bit more. I'll try sniping with the pistol. Okay, so 27-minute mark here. Let's get to the top of the ladder and I'll call it a session. And yeah, an actual session, because I got to the point where I wanted things to end. With the end. Funny. And yeah, this is the first time, this is the first area that Video Game Senpai saw the keratin. He's like, what the hell is that? And yeah, when I was still young, I was watching him play. I was probably around 9. I want to say I was 9 years old. So he's 10 years older than me. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. Right, the theme Snake Eater plays here. So once again, sang by Cynthia Harrell. But I guess I'll take a moment to talk about my exposure to the Metal Gear series. So how I got into gaming was I first started playing PC racing games because my dad, running like Windows 95 on his old PC, he had Midtown Madness, bit my tongue there, Midtown Madness and Test Drive 5, and those were the first two games I ever played. My first PlayStation games were Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon. From there, I eventually just branched out. The first PlayStation 1 game that I was excited for was the Spider-Man game made by Neversoft. So it was the first game that I was excited for and the first game that I ever beat. It took me a while though, because I was still young. I didn't know very much about like game strats and properly doing things. So if things were tough, I'd just get frustrated like any other kid and just give up. So Metal Gear, I had the demo disc that had Metal Gear Solid on it, along with Spyro 1 and a few other games. And I remember playing it and thinking, damn, this is really hard, because I was a kid, I didn't know any better, so I just gave up. My sister was like, yeah, if it's too hard, then don't play it. So I was like, all right, fine, fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna save out there, but So yeah, I didn't play it, and then I met Video Game Senpai, who is the second son of a family friend of my dad's at the time, and he showed me, because like he's like, oh well, this is how you play the game, and like he knew it was up, and we eventually, my sister and I and his younger sister, because he has like an older brother and a younger sister, he's the middle kid, he played Metal Gear, and we'd watch him play, and that was my exposure to the Metal Gear series as a kid. And yeah, so I'm gonna save here. I'll talk a bit more about my I guess gaming adolescence in a later video. So alright, paramedic.
Saving the game, Snake?
Uh-huh.
Snake, have you ever seen Jason and the Argonauts?
I can't say I have.
It's based on Greek mythology. There's this ship called the Argo.
Actually,
and it
I
sets sail in
think
search
I
of the Golden
have
Fleece.
a long
On
time
the way, it
ago.
encounters many dangers.
I can't remember
They run
exactly.
into all kinds of monsters, like bronze giants and the deadly seven-headed Hydra and the vicious bird-like harpies. The most spectacular part of all was the battle scene with an army of skeletons. It was like they were actually standing up and fighting.
Are you serious?
If you don't believe me, go see it for yourself. Then you'll understand the magic of movies. It was totally amazing.
Yeah, all right. If I make it back alive, I'll go see it.
It just came out, so I'm sure it'll still be playing.
Yeah, so talking about movie special effects. Okay, so that's gonna be a wrap for this session. Hopefully these, what is it, 4 videos here? Well, we'll do it for a while and keep you guys entertained. So once again, like, dislike, sub, and please share with anybody else who you think would be interested. So until next time, guys, see yas.